Well, I did it. I solved the entire Prince mystery. And I'd like to thank Cat Williams for lending a hand. And boy, does he play a bigger role than you could ever imagine. I'm going to start off by catching you up, if you haven't seen, that David Blaine also plays a role. And then at the end, I'm going to drop my major bomb. I know. Prince died of a drug overdose in an elevator many years ago. But what if he didn't? What if he took those musician skills and turned them into magician skills? That's David Blaine. Have you heard of David Blaine? David Blaine, who just happens to share a very similar resemblance to someone. David Blaine, who just happens to have an affinity for the color purple as well. And that's a funny looking way to take a picture. I wonder why he did that. But it's not like their faces are symmetrical, especially not this eye that is an exact match. I mean, there's no symmetry there whatsoever. And I mean, you can tell they're not the same person because, look, their eyes are different colors. And it's not like they have the same mannerisms or talk alike at all.
We looked at each other and then she says, Are you rearranging the music right now in your head?
The suffering that she endured and how she found so much beauty out of it. I think that was like one of the...
It's really hard to watch
sort of
other musicians
planted the seed
to it's like a painting you want.
What is there on this other side of it?
But so what? They move alike and they talk alike and their faces are symmetrical. It's not like there's some sort of identifying factor that would make people think they're the same person. I mean, that would be ludicrous. And right about now is probably when the cognitive dissonance is really kicking in and you're saying it can't be them because look, there's such a big height difference. Well, if you want a full breakdown, a more detailed breakdown, subscribe and watch the 8-minute version of this that's not as watered down. To a subscriber, I'm going to complete this puzzle to you. And like I said, I owe it all to Cat Williams. Let's see what he has to say.
Now, let's talk about this. I know that we all have heroes in show business.
Yeah.
Well, one of your all-time heroes, I'm told, is Prince, and you got to meet him fairly recently. How did that go?
It was wonderful. He was all the things I thought he was going to be. He was he's a genius and smart, and I think he's David Blaine secretly. He's like a
David
magician.
Blaine, you think he's a magician?
I think he is. I was talking to him, and he was like, would you care for some tea? And I was like, yeah, of course and he was gone. He was already gone. Then he came back from another part of the room with like a tray with...
So thank you so much for verifying the David Blaine part, Cat Williams. But, you know, they really like to tell us the truth in plain sight. And let's take a look at how Prince dances for a second. And I always thought there was a very small person performing for Prince and then a different person, a.k.a. David Blaine, when he was interviewing and talking. And well, you know who's really small? Cat Williams. And have you ever seen how he dances? I want to explain something to you guys here. They don't make it easy. It's not just like, oh, hey, this person plays that person and it's done. They have multiple people that are combined into these roles. And in my humble opinion, like I said, he plays the dancing, performing version of Prince, as you can see by his amazing dance moves here. And then David Blaine, like I said, was the interviewer, the face of it all, not the performer of it all. Let's just take a look at these dance moves again. And tell me they don't look a lot like that. And also tell me that those don't look like two completely different people. That's David Blaine playing Prince, and that's Cat Williams playing Prince. Thank you very much. Oh, and of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. I create these videos and I just reach and I create things out of thin air. I don't actually spend hours and hours researching and providing you research-backed evidence so you can logically come to this conclusion, realize you've been lied to just about everything in the world, including the ground you walk on, so you can wake up to the fact that God is real and he loves you. And of course, like I said, this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm a satire account.